you're looking live in Houston for game number 5 between the Baltimore Orioles and the Houston Astros, with the Baltimore Orioles up 3-1. Well, everybody, Houston had a chance yesterday to close out the series, and they emphatically did not. They were up 3-0, but they were down 14-4 in the 9th inning. Houston came back and had an unbelievable day at the plate, scoring 14 runs, and it was undeniably Houston's day. So Houston has one of 4 games in a row that they got to win. This is the second game in a row they got to win. If Baltimore wins any more games, if they win either game 5, 6, or 7, they're in the World Series. But Houston is at home. And if they can win today, they can go to Baltimore, and the light at the tunnel will be a little bit bigger. For Baltimore, Mark Bellinger will hit first. He is the shortstop. Frank Robinson goes back to DH. He's second. Davey Johnson will hit third. Boy, that lineup yesterday got 4 runs. But Boog Powell will be fourth, Donnie Buford fifth. Merv Retman is sixth. Elrod is catching. He'll hit seventh. Brooks Robinson is eighth. He's at third base. Interestingly enough, Paul Blair will be ninth. He's center field. For the Astros, you have Marisnik, Bregman, Altuve, Springer, and Correa for 1 through 5. Marwin Gonzalez will be 6th. Yulieski Gurriel will be 7th. Again, they're going with Bregman at 2nd and Yulieski Gurriel at 7th. Reddick and Evan Gattis. And we'll get to the pitchers right when they come up to pitch. So this is game number 5. Well, if Houston wants to do it, it's a 4-step ladder. They did number 1. And here we go. In the other series, quite quickly, the Atlanta Braves, Greg Maddux, it's an inter-squad scrimmage. The 95 and the 99 teams, a little bit different than I expected. But Greg Maddux plays Greg Maddux today. So here we go. Early on, Bellinger, Robinson, and Johnson. 1, 2, and 3, and here's Charlie Morton, who's 2-2, 43 2/3 innings pitched, giving up 35 hits, 31 earned runs, 17 walks, 45 strikeouts, and 639. So Charlie Morton, if he can do things, if he can shut down Baltimore today, Houston might have a chance. And that'll be fouled away in the beautiful sunset. The 0-1. That'll be to right field, and this will hook foul, and it'll be 0-2. Beautiful day here in Houston. As here's the pitch to Bellinger. And that'll be on the ground. This will be short to first. 1 out. Well, here's Frank Robinson now. Frank Robinson, the DH. Now be on the ground, foul. Remember last game, there was just way too many pitches. Will be fouled again, 0-2 with 1 out to Frank, the DH. And this will be to left field, hit hard, and curling, and he's out number 2, right at the fence. And Marwin Gonzalez with the catch, it'll be 2 outs. Davey Johnson. And Johnson, that's going to be a strike. So Davey is hitting .315 in the playoffs. And it's going to be a ball 1-1. Houston's not going to go away without a fight. We know that. That'll be on the ground. This will be third to first, 3 outs. Oh my goodness, Houston is getting everything done here early on, and I'll tell you what, it is 0-0. We go to the bottom of the first. Bottom of the first, you have Marisnik, Bregman, and Altuve. So here's Marisnik. He'll be up first. He's had a good series. That's going to be a ball outside. 260 overall, 5 home runs, 20 RBIs. And that'll be a strike. Pitching is Pat Dobson. He's 3-0 in the playoffs. He's pitched 40 2/3 innings in the playoffs. 34 hits, 13 earned runs. He struck out 58 and only walked 5. A .288 ERA. That's unbelievable. Hard shot and a base hit for Houston. So is Houston gonna... Well, I'll tell you what, and Houston gets on early. Here's Alex Bregman. It'll be high ball one. So Pat Dobson, you know that Houston is a hot team. They throw to second, and he's gonna be safe. So Marisnik gets the stolen base. That's his fourth, and he leads the Astro lineup right now. Inside 2-1. So Pat Dobson looking good, only 5 walks. That's a base hit, it's fair. This is going to be 1 run. Marisnik coming around. Marisnik's going to score. It's a double into right field, and it'll be 1-0 Houston. Oh my goodness. And the Astros have a 1-0 lead. Here's Jose Altuve. Altuve has been battling with 400, and that'll be a strike. He's at 413, 8 home runs, 13 RBI. Altuve, little looper, and Brooks Robinson will make the catch, 1 out. Oh, they scored 1 run before Baltimore even got an out. And that's going to be a strike, 0-1 with 1 out, George Springer. He's up above 300 again. And it'll be 1-1. A swing and a miss. It'll be 1-2 with an out. A hurried up, quick lead for Houston. It'll be 2-2 with an out. Right fielder Springer, and struck him out. That's it. 2 outs. That's it for Springer. And now here's Carlos Correa, who had a monster game last game. The inside ball one is, his average is up to 294. Below 2-0. 2-0 to Correa. High and deep to right field. And will this go? Will this go? Will this go? It is gone! It's gone! It's 3-0 Houston! Oh my goodness! What a start by Houston! Well, you want to talk about great start. And here's Marwin Gonzalez now. What an early great start here. Ball 1 down below. And Pat Dobson having a hard time here. And that'll be on the ground and the inning. But you know what? 3 runs by Houston in the first inning. And Houston has turned it around. It's 3-0. Well, it's like what we said yesterday when 2 things in play, as I believe this is Boog Powell. Don't foul it away. Powell hitting .325, 10 home runs, 23 RBI. We said 2 things yesterday. Number 1, winning streaks come to an end usually when you lead, and then other teams come back, and this is what happened. Yesterday, Baltimore was up 2-0, and they lost the game 14-4. And it'll be 2-2. Top of the second inning, nobody out, 3-0 Houston. Struck him out, and Boog Powell goes down. That's going to be 1 out. And here comes Donnie Buford at 357. It's going to be outside ball. Oh, a strike there. Oh, it looked outside. Charlie Morton, and that'll be fouled off quickly, 0-2. Well, Donnie Buford, first time up. He's a good hitter. He'll be in the dirt, 1-2. Hitting .357. They got to get somebody on base here, and it'll be 2-2. With 1 out, Charlie Morton. He had a good first inning, and that'll be hit foul. Top of the second inning here. Already 3-0 Houston. And that'll be foul again. The 2-2 with 1 out. And low, 3-2. That was a curveball. Morton has full count, 1 out. And here's Buford, and that'll be high into right field. How far will this go? And it won't go far enough, 1 out. Two outs, sorry. And here comes Merv Retmund. So Here comes Merv. That'll be low ball 1. 1-0 for Redmond, hitting 300. A swing and a miss there. It'll be 1-1. The right fielder, Redmond. High into right field. He might have made it 3-1, and it is a catch in right field. Redmond lines out, and Baltimore still has nobody on base. And we go to the bottom of the second. It's 3-0 Houston. Oh my goodness, here's Gurriel, Reddick, and Gaddis. Gurriel hitting 263, a home run and 9 RBI. And inside ball 1, Pat Dobson. Behind inside 1-1. Yeliski Gurriel at first. He's batting 7th today. That'll go to right field, and it'll be a base hit. Houston has pounded the ball the last 2 games. And they're pounding it today as Gurriel gets on first with nobody out, and here's Josh Reddick. They'll be high, and they go to second. They throw to second, and Hendricks cannot throw him out, and he's safe. It'll be a strike on the call. Gurriel steals second, his first of the playoffs. And here's Reddick, the DH. Low 1-1. So Pat Dobson still has not walked anybody. He's having a rough day. It's going to be 1-2. Do they call that a strike? Yes, they did. So Dobson's ERA is 3.46 right now. Did he go? No. 2-2. They got Gaddis, the catcher, coming up. Struck him out. 1 out. So 1 out, and here's Evan Gaddis. Gurriel only has 30 speed, but he picked the right time to go, and that's going to be a strike. Sometimes somebody with slower speed, you'll go more through your windup. Swing and a miss here. It'll be 0-2 with an out. The 0-2. Inside 1-2 with an out. Dobson. Low 2-2. A lot of pitch taking. Dobson is all the way up to 31. Struck him out again. That's 2 outs. So a base hit and a 2-run home run. And it's 3-0. Now here's Marisnik, who's 1 for 1. With 2 outs, that's going to be a strike. If they can get in Gurriel and make it 4-0, that would be big. Inside 1-1 with 2 outs. Pat Dobson. It'll be 2-1. Bottom of the second inning. The 2-1. 2-2 now. They go 2-2 to Marisnik. Struck him out, and that'll be it. Dobson is starting to find his groove. And we go to the third. It's 3-0 Houston. Well, I can't believe this. You take a look now. Atlanta 95 is trying to take a 3-2 series lead in Game 5. Bottom of the second inning here. In that inner squad in Atlanta. Here's Hendricks, Robinson, and Blair. And that'll be fouled off, 0-1. I mean, what do you do? Houston is winning big early. 1-1 though. They didn't get a run last inning. That is huge. Hard hit foul. 1-2 and nobody out. So Elrod's at 239. High hard hit to left field. And a line drive out, 1 out. They're hitting the ball hard, but it's not going anywhere. And here's Brooks Robinson. A swing and a miss there, 0-1. They had to win 4 games, 1 of 4, Baltimore. And they lost 14-4 in the last game. If you're Baltimore, you want to play close games. So statistically, you can come back and win one. 1-2 with an out. Inside 2-2. So Brooks is trying to get on base. He's hitting .293. His average is dropping. It'll be 3-2. The Orioles' averages are dropping after last game, and he walks them. So Brooks Robinson will go to first with 1 out. Here in the third, and here's Paul Blair. Paul Blair in the season was .275. It'll be in ball 1. Ball 1. That'll be hit on the ground. This will easily be 4-6, and it is just going to be 4-6. They're not going to hit 4-6-3, and it'll be 2 outs. And here's Bellinger. So a walk. The perfect game is gone, but the no-hitter is on. And Bellinger, that's going to be 1-0 to him. Of course, everybody is 0 for 1 today except Brooks Robinson. He's back to first. He has 60 speed. Paul Blair. So I would say everybody's sorry about that, but Paul Blair, as he's on first. Brooks Robinson walked, and Paul Blair hit into a fielder's choice. But Paul Blair is a better choice to have on base. The pitch out, it'll be 2-1 with 2 outs. Morton. That'll be low, and it'll hit the ground. The short to first, 3 outs. Oh, he had 1 walk, but right now, the end of the top of the third, it's 3-0 Houston. Bottom of the third, you got Bregman, Altuve, and Springer. And Pat Dobson is having trouble. So they needed to win 1 game, either 4, 5, 6, or 7. And number 4, they got blown out. High and deep to left. And that one was hit hard, and good night, it's 4-0. Houston has been untouchable. And the Astros have a 4-0 lead. Here in the bottom of the third. They're a red-hot baseball team. And here's Jose Altuve. Pat Dobson is struggling, and it's 1-0 to Altuve. He's hitting .409, and that'll be 2-0 down low. He's 0 for 1 today. A strike there, 2-1. Altuve. 3-1. They might walk Altuve with nobody out. And they do. It's only, oh, they call that a strike. Oh my goodness, was that out of the zone? Altuve doesn't like it. He's got to hold his cool. 3-2, and it's going to be fouled again. Second life. Now it'll be on the ground. That cost a base. Bellinger to Powell, 2 outs. 1 out. 1 out, here's George Springer, 0 for 1. There'll be a strike there, 0-1. So Springer's above 300. It'll be 0-2 with 1 out. The 0-2. Inside 1-2. Bottom of the third, 4-0. Struck him out, and Dobson is looking a little bit better here. He gave up some runs early, and then he was great in the second and third. He gave up a home run, and that'll be on the ground, and this will get out of the inning. So he's either looked horrible or looked great, but it doesn't matter. It's 4-0 right now. We go to the top of the fourth. So here's Robinson, Johnson, and Powell. So here's Frank Robinson, and that's going to be a strike. Oh, a wavy strike zone here today. Swing and a miss, and Frank Robinson already 0-2. He's hitting .224, and he strikes out looking there. 1 out. Here's Davy Johnson, who's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a ball. 1-0 to Davy, and inside 2-0. Baltimore got blown out last game, 14-4, and that'll be fouled away, 2-1. Houston with a big start here, and that'll be fouled again. 2-2 with one out, hitting .311. That'll be 2-2 with an out. That's going to be a shot to right field and a base hit. So one out. In the top of the fourth, here's Boog Powell. He's 0 for 1. So breaking up the no-hitter and getting on first is Davey Johnson. Here's Boog. There'll be a strike. Oh my, oh. On the outside. Hard hit. This could be 4, 6, 3. Good night. And that ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Houston still leading big, 4-0. So bottom of the fourth inning. Gonzalez, Gurriel, and Reddick. And here's Gonzalez, Marwin to right field, and another base hit. Houston has had absolutely no luck here. Baltimore's had absolutely no luck in getting any sorts of outs or breaks. And here's Gurriel, who's 1 for 1. And that'll be a strike. Pat Dobson has had a weak day. 2 strikes quickly to Gurriel. And Gurriel to right field. Is it going to handle hook foul? The 0-2. Struck him out. 1 out. Now they're pitching to the same place. And here's Reddick hitting .241. Safe at first. 0 for 1 today. High and deep, he skies this to right field. Way back, and this one is gone. Almost in the second deck. This is an absolute shocking, huge offensive display by Houston. Oh, what a shocking display. We know between games in the playoffs, a new pitcher, Jim Harden. He's 1-0, 8 2/3 innings. 11 hits, 4 earned runs, struck out 14, walked 2, an ERA of 4.15. And we know in series it's hard to keep momentum going. One game you win 14-0, the next game you lose 2-1. It'll be 1-0, Evan Gattis, 183. He'll be low 2-0 with 1 out. Jim Harden, the new pitcher, a swing and a miss. It's 6-0 Houston. 20-4 in the last couple of days. That's deep. Make it 21-4. It's 7-0. What is happening to Baltimore? They are just imploding. They're absolutely imploding. I don't even think we're only in game 5. And right now I don't see Baltimore winning another game. And here's Bereznik, who's 1 for 2. Oh my goodness, deep to left field. Oh my goodness, he's gone. They're piling it on. Back to back to back home runs. Back, back, back. 3 backs in a row. This is legendary. It's 8-0. It is legendary. There's 1 out. Jim Harden in 5 pitches has given up 2 home runs. Yeah, swing and a miss here for Bregman, who's 2 for 4, a home run and 2 RBI. Bregman to right field, and that's going to be a base hit. Oh my goodness. They're just piling it on, and here's Jose Altuve, who's 0 for 2. And that'll be a strike. 1-1. This is unbelievable for Houston. 1-2, already 8-0. It'll be 2-2 with an out. 3-2, they might walk. Altuve, and it'll be on the ground. They could get out of the inning. There's 6-3, and he is out. 2 outs. They don't try for the double play. And here's George Springer, 0 for 2. It's unbelievable that Altuve is 0 for 3. Springer's 0 for 2. They're going to both be 0 for 3. The throw to first, they get the out. Springer and Altuve are 0 for 6. And the Astros still have a huge 8-0 lead. At the end of 4, this is one of the most unbelievable offensive displays in 2 games I've ever seen. This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. I don't think that I have seen a comeback like this, a game like this. Here's Buford, Redmond, and Hendricks. That'll be ball 1. It's going to take a miracle right now. Yes, we know they got innings to go. We've seen it happen. The 3-0 to Buford. Ball 4. And he'll go to first. So that's Buford. Here's Merv Redmond, the right fielder. That'll be ball 5. So Redmond hitting 296, high and deep to right. And is this gonna go? Is it? No, it's caught. They've been hitting the ball well, but it just hasn't been gone. And it's 1 out. If they would have got a home run, it would have cut it to 6. And here comes Hendricks. That'll be low ball 1. Elrod Hendricks. It'll be 1-1. Charlie Morton. 2-1 now. 1 out. The Orioles only have 1 hit. Hendricks, high pop fly. And they call for 2 outs. Two outs, top of the 5th, and here's Brooks. Brooks, a hard hit to left field. It's a base hit. And it'll be first and second. Now this is of heightened importance because now Paul Blair is 0 for 1. If he can jack one, it's 8-3. That'll be a strike there. Oh, down low. This guy behind the plate, he's been all over the place. And he forces that swing. 0-2. The 0-2 to Blair. Struck him out, and that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. The Astros are 8-0 leaders. So here's Correa, Gonzalez, and Gurriel. Correa is a point shy of 300. Correa, and this will be to right, and it'll curve foul. And it'll be foul. Jim Harden still in. Correa, and he'll take it back. 0-2. 0-2 with 2 outs, with nobody out. And that's going to be a base hit by Bellinger. In the last 2 games, the score is 22-4. And here's Marwin Gonzalez. And that's going to be a ball down low. Jim Harden, oh my. 1-1. Marwin Gonzalez now is up. This will be to left field. It's going to start to hook, and it'll curve foul. 1-2 with 2 out, with nobody out. And there's 1 out. Here's Yeliski, Gurriel. They want to try and end this. They want to go up 10-0 and slam the door shut, and that's going to be a strike. It'll be fast back to first. They want to make sure there is no Baltimore comeback, or no Baltimore anything. The 1-1, it's now 2-1. This is tough, bottom of the 5th. It'll be 3-1 with an out. Bottom 5, and 4-1, and it is first and second with 1 out. And there's problems here in the bottom of the fifth. Dave Leonard will come in. Leonard, no record, 4 2/3 innings, an ERA of 7.71, struck out 5, walked 3, giving up 8 hits and 4 earned runs. And here's Josh Reddick, 1 for 2, a home run and 2 RBIs. That's going to be a strike. Oh. And if they get it and make it 11-0, that would be a killer. Reddick hitting 250. He'll be 2-1 with an out, bottom of the fifth. Hard hit, and that'll be foul. I just can't. Look at the fourth inning. They've scored big in all the fourth innings. It'll be 3-2 with an out. The 3-2. On the ground, could be 2. There's 1. There's 2. We go to the 6th inning, the score. 8-0 Houston. An update in the other game. The 95 Braves, the Miracle Braves, it's 5-0. They're trying to win game 5. So here's Bellinger, the shortstop. He's 0 for 2. Morton is still pitching. A swing and a miss there, 0-1. Morton had 66 pitches coming into this inning. And that's going to be a base hit, and it's fair. It'll go into right field. And he'll go to second base here, the throw to second, and he'll stand up for the double. So here's Bellinger at second. If they're ever going to make a move, they got to do it now. And here's Frank, who's 0 for 2. Low ball 1. 99 mile an hour for Morton. And Frank will foul that off, 1-1. Top of the 6th. High and deep to right. Will they move to third? And there is an out. They will not go to third. There's 1 out. And here's Davey. Davey's 1 for 2 today in the season in the middle innings. He was a .292 hitter. And that's going to be fouled off. 0-1 with 1 out. Down below, it'll be 1-1. Charlie Morton trying to go. It'll be 2-1. Davey would like to get on for Boog Powell with 1 out. And Davey to right field. It'll curve and be foul. 2-2 with 1 out. Now it'll be foul again. Unbelievable this way this game has gone. Inside 3-2 with an out. Davey, then Boog. Davey is hitting better than Boog, and he goes to first on a 3-2 pitch. So now we got 2 on and 1 out, and this could be, I don't know, it's interesting. Remember, we're early, it's the 6th. It's a middle third. It's not the beginning or the end third, it's a middle third. If they get a few, people will start raising their eyebrows a little bit. And that'll be a strike outside to Boog. He's 0 for 2 today, 318, 10 home runs, 23 RBIs. Boog deep to right field, and this is now 8-3. Oh my, just like that. It goes into the restaurant area. I hope you didn't order too much nachos. It hit a table, it looked like. It looked like it hit a table and just scattered people. It's 8-3. You hold on a little bit here with 1 out. And here's Donnie Buford. And that's going to be a strike. Morton is still in. He's on pitch number 82. It'll be 1-1 with 1 out. Buford walked in the 5th. It'll be 3-1, 2-1, sorry. Boog Powell, a big home run. It'll be 3-1 now. Well, Donnie Buford at 353. Ball 4, and he gets on first. The question is, how long are they going to go for Morton? This is the time, I think, that Baltimore knows they got a struggling pitcher. And you want to hit off of him before Houston realizes it. They throw to first, he's safe. Buford is a 45 speed. And that'll be inside, ball one. This is Merv Redmond, the right fielder. And Redmond will be down below. They go to second base. Why in the world would you steal? Oh my goodness. Right now, everybody, Earl Weaver has done so much, but right there, that was a terrible decision. A struggling pitcher, and they send the runner, and that was not good. And a swing and a miss here, 2-1. You roll your eyes and say, well, you're giving Houston help. And it'll be 2-2 with 2 outs. The 2-2. Inside 3-2. Now, if they walk him, they could have had, if they walk Redmond, they could have had 2 on with 1 out. And that'll be a base hit. It could have been 2 on with 1 out. Right now, they're having trouble getting anybody out, and Earl Weaver they're going to just go from the stretch and say, go, here's Elrod. They throw to first. If Redmond goes, there's problems, and Elrod now. Ball one, they go, and guess what? He's going to be safe this time. Oh my goodness. That was a no, yes, yes, yes. And with 45 speed, he can score on a base hit. It'll be 2-0 with nobody out. It could have been 2 on with 1 out, and Morton struggling. Swing and a miss at a ball that's way outside. The 2-1. High and deep to right field. And this one is caught. It's caught. Oh my. They're hitting the ball hard, and it's 8-3. The bottom of the 6th inning, Gaddis, Marisnik, and Bregman. So here's the pitch. It's going to be inside a ball, 1-0. This is Evan Gaddis. He'll be high, 1-1. So Dave Leonard is in here, and that'll be Gaddis to right, and it'll curve foul. Baltimore cannot give up a run. If they do, I'm just saying it's too much. They strike out Evan Gaddis, and that'll be on an appeal. He did go, and here's Marisnik, who's 2 for 3, a home run, a solo shot. And that'll be a strike, 0-1 with an out. And that'll be in again, 0-2 with 1 out. Marisnik. Down low, 1-2. 1-2. High and inside, 2-2. Jake Marisnik fouled it off. The 2-2 with an out, bottom of the 6th. 3-2. And again, Baltimore's trying a 1-2-3 inning. And Houston is not obliging. They're staying alive. Marisnik 2 for 3. And he gets on first. Baltimore just cannot get a 1-2-3 inning to save himself. Houston is getting all their runs because of this, and Bregman is 3 for 3. They throw to first, he's safe. And that's going to be a strike right on the border to Alex Bregman, the third baseman. Whoa, it'll be 1-1. We haven't been in the last third yet. And they're going to go to second, and that's going to be safe. Safe at second. Marisnik has his 5th stolen base of the playoffs. They're running all over Elrod Hendricks. And here's Bregman. Hard hit to right, and it's going to hit the ground, and it's going to be 9-3. And it'll be a double. They get one of the three back. Oh my goodness, with one out, here's Jose Altuve. Nobody is 0 for 3. Now Altuve and Springer are combined 0 for 6. And coming in, they were the best hitters. It'll be 2-0. Dave Leonard. It'll be 2-1 with one out. 3-1. The Astros 9-3. And that's ball 4. All the pitchers are struggling. And here's George Springer at 299. You want to talk about major comeback. 14-4 and 9-3. It's 23-7 in the last two games. It'll be high 2-0. So Springer now. It'll be a strike 2-1. They're just sitting there with a bat on their shoulders saying, walk me. It'll be 2-2 through the middle. Springer trying to get back into the 300 club. It'll be 3-2 with an out. High pop fly, center field, and it'll hit the ground, a base hit, and the bases are loaded now. Correa, the shortstop, 2 for 3, a home run and 2 RBIs. Dave Leonard has struggled mightily high to center field. That's going to be a catch. They throw it home. Are they going to make it 10-3? And it is safe. It's 10-3. They get 2 of the 3 runs back. And here's Marwin Gonzalez. And that's going to be a ball 1. Dave Leonard has just struggled. It'll be 2-0. Oh, if you're Baltimore, you got to be wondering if you're going to win a game here. We're going to actually see a Houston sweep after being down 3-0. The pitch, high and inside, 3-2, 2 outs. The runner on first goes, and that'll be fouled back. So George Springer will go, and here we go. Right to Bellinger, and that's going to be it. It's 10-3. We go to the 7th. The last couple games have been pretty boring. Atlanta 95 up 6-0 over Atlanta of 99. Trying to take a 3-0 series lead, a 3-2 series lead. Well, it's 3-1 here. Believe it or not, if Baltimore wins one of these games, they're in the World Series. Looks like they drank all the champagne before these two. And we're celebrating because the last 2 games, they've been outscored 24-7. And that's going to be to right field and caught one out. Charlie Morton is still in, and here's Paul Blair. And that's going to be a ball. It's 10-3, and this game is not even... It was a little bit close in the 6th inning, and then Earl Weaver decided to run, everybody, and he'll go to first to throw, 2 outs. Two outs, and here's Bellinger at 281. Now be fouled off. You're hoping to play close games if you're Baltimore, because if you play 4 close games, odds are tremendously in your favor you're going to win 1. And people said the only way Houston can really win this is if they win like 3 blowouts in 1 close game. And that's what might happen here, the 1-2. High and deep to left field. Underneath, it'll be near the track, and we go to the bottom of the 7th. This game isn't even close. Not even close. Not even close. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. New pitcher Orlando Pena. He's 1-0, 8 1/3, 10 hits, given up 7 earned runs, struck out 4, walked 2, an ERA of 7.56. Orlando Pena, and that'll be a strike. Gurriel, Reddick, and Gaddis. 2 correction games in a row for the Astros. Remember, they were terrible hitting. And this will be Bellinger to Powell, 1 out. And Josh Reddick, who's 1 for 3. Be a strike there. Houston, I'm just so shocked at their dominance the last couple games, and that's a base hit. There was a little bit of concern, but Earl Weaver in the 6th inning ran himself out of the inning. And Gaddis, the catcher, 190. That'll be fouled off. He's 1 for 3 and has a home run. 2-1 with an out. It'll be 2-2 with an out, bottom of the 7th. That's going to be a shot up the middle. I am just in absolute shock about how much of a blowout this game is. And the last 2 games. Here's Marisnick. And that'll be a ball, 1-0. There's the shot, should be 6-4-3, and it is 2 outs. 3 outs. We go to the 8th. It's all Houston. Well, you got Robinson, Johnson, and Powell, and this is going to have to be a huge inning. And that's going to be a strike. Morton is trying to get the complete game. Oh, inside. He didn't like that. 1-1. They're going back to Baltimore for Game 6. It wouldn't be easy. I mean, it's like getting punched in the face here. You wanted to make it easy and go away, and you're up 2-0 in Houston. You're up 2-0 yesterday, and it looked so good, and then all of a sudden you imploded 2 games in a row. It'll be 3-2, a big at-bat for Frank. If he can get on, there might be hope for an inning, and he strikes out. That was there. And here's Davey, who's 1 for 2. Davey Johnson, it's going to be ball 1. Diane Diaz is the new pitcher. Diane Diaz for this batter. He's pitched 4 innings, given up 3 hits, 1 earned run, struck out 3, walked 1, a 2.25 ERA. And did he go? It's 1-1. 1-1 to Davey. And Davey will get a base hit in center field, and they'll get somebody on. They're hitting well, but that's the thing in baseball. You wipe everything out and you go again. And this time they'll be in Baltimore. There's Boog, who's 1 for 3 at a 3-run shot. They'll swing and miss here. 0-1 with 1 out. Diane Diaz. It'll be 1-1. So Boog, Powell. Swing and a miss there. 1-2 to Powell. And it'll be 2-2. If Diaz can walk Powell, you have Buford. And then we'll talk about that. That's deep to center, but underneath. And making the catch, 2 outs. 2 outs. Here's Donnie Buford, who's 0 for 1. And Diane Diaz down low, 1-0. And make it 1-1. So Donnie is hot. He's hitting .353. And that'll be fouled away. They're down to their last strike of the inning. It'll be 2-2. Buford, if he gets on, Redmond will come up. It'll be 3-2 with 2 outs. And Davey Johnson on first. And here's the 3-2. Hard hit, but this will be right to second. To first, they get the out. Bottom of the 8th, it's 10-3 Houston. You have Brakeman, Altuve, and Springer. Bregman is 4 for 4, a home run and 3 RBIs. Easily player of the game. Pena will still be in pitching. And low 1-1 with nobody out. 2-1 for the Houston Astros. Oh my goodness. That might be where it hits gasoline. That's almost to the circuit deck. See that sign that said gasoline? It looked like it was going to hit it in the upper right underneath the American League Eagle. And this thing is 11-3. They're just flexing their muscles now. He's 5 for 5. One of the better ever displays of hitting. Oh my, and it'll be 1-1. There's no outs. Here's Altuve. Altuve to left field. Altuve, it's back to back. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's 12-3. It's 26-7 in the last 2 games. And here's Springer. Oh, high and in, 1-0. That'll be 2-0. How do you recover? Well, you got a day off. You got to go inning by inning. Houston scored 3 in the beginning, and that was it. It'll be 3-1. They made it 8-0 by the 4th, and that's going to be a base hit. Oh, Weaver is furious. And here's Carlos Correa. That's going to be a strike. Grant Jackson is in. New pitcher, 2-1, 11 2/3. Giving up 10 hits, 8 earned runs, 12 strikeouts, 4 walks, a 6.17 ERA. 1-1. Well, they get a day off. Now, game 4, Baltimore led 2-0 at home. And it was Correa the 3-1. 4-1, they walk Correa. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to be very honest with you. Marwin Gonzalez, that'll be 1 there. Can they get anybody out? Grant Jackson, that's going to be to right field, and it'll hook foul. They're teeing off on Baltimore here in the bottom of the 8th. And that's going to be a shot to center field and a base hit. Oh, it's going to be 13-2. And they're going to throw it home. It's 13-2. 13-3, sorry. There's still nobody out. Here's Yeliski Gurriel. Gurriel to left. And that's going to be 1 out. Here's Josh Reddick. Reddick to right field. And a base hit. It could be 14-3. And they're coming home. And it's going to be better than yesterday. 28-7. And that's going to be a strike as Reddick gets the RBI. And here's Gaddis with 1 out, the 0-2. And just trying to, Baltimore getting this game over with. Gaddis is 2 for 4. And it'll be 2-2. What a whooping in these 2 games. What an absolute whooping in these 2 games. And that'll be fouled again. What an absolute surprise. Both games over 20 hits. Or 20 or more hits right now. They're stuck at 20. Here's Marisnik, who's 2 for 4. And that'll be a strike. Unbelievable day. And Marisnik to center field. Left center, it's drifting left, and this one is caught. Well, Baltimore, they got to get 11. Go to the 9th. Redmond, Hendricks, and Robinson, but Houston now 2 unbelievable games as Diane Diaz will stay in. And 2 unbelievable games in a row. It'll be 3-0. And ball 4, and they walk them. So that's Redmond with the walk, and here comes Elrod. And he fouls off, looks like ball 5. And there it is inside. I can't believe the way that that's deep to right. It might be, it is not. 1 out. Would have been something if he made it 14-5. But here's Brooks. He'll be 1-1 with Redmond at first on a walk. He'll be 2-1. Diane and Brooks, a base hit to left, and they got 2 on. Isn't it funny? It's 14-3, and everybody's always like, yeah, we just need almost 3 grand slams in a row. And here's Paul Blair, who's 0 for 3. That'll be a ball there. So they want to get it out of here, Houston does, and give no momentum to Baltimore. He swung at that in the dirt. And Blair at 235 strikes out there. Now they're down to their last out. And here's Bellinger. And Bellinger's just swinging. He's 1 for 4 today. 1-1. Swing and a miss here. Down to their last strike is Mark Bellinger. And that's it. The Houston Astros. Oh my goodness, yes. We know that Baltimore is 1 win away from a World Series. They were up 3-0, and Houston has won 2 straight now to make it 3-2, winning 14-4 and 14-3. Oh my goodness. Look at this, 14-3. Carlos Correa. And Bregman is the MVP. Bregman was 5 for 5 with 2 home runs. He drove in 4, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. He scored 4 of the 5 times he got on. He had 2 doubles. So he had 2 home runs, 2 doubles, and a single. Oh my goodness, they're unstoppable the last 2 games. You got to wonder about that. When you look at these lineups, you have Robinson and Johnson. They had chances. But my goodness, Bregman 5 for 5. Everybody almost with multiple hits, but Gurriel and Altuve. Pitching-wise, Morton had a good outing, and Dobson gets the loss. It was terrible. Everybody gave up runs. Baltimore is in unbelievable peril right now. Taking a look here, the Atlanta Braves of 95 are 1 game away at 3-2. As you can see, an 8-0 win in the inner squad. You know, a little bit moving around some players, but you take a look, Atlanta 95, a solid day pitching. 95, Greg Maddux, really good. 99, Greg Maddux, not so well. 95, they're the 15th seed. They're a 15th seed. That would be unbelievable. So 8-0, 2 blowout games, but I just can't believe. So Kevin Millwood against Tom Glavine. Tom Glavine a better pitcher in game 6. So look at this. Mike Cuellar is 0-1 in the playoffs. Cuellar has Cuellar has not been the greatest now. And then game 7 would be Jim Palmer against Brad Peacock. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you. Now this is going to be game number 6. Baltimore, that's in Baltimore. If Houston can win game number 6, if they can win, then we're talking about a game 7. Oh my goodness, we're talking about a game 7. Jim Palmer and Brad Peacock. You know, Houston was 41-10 at home, 25-26 on the road. Well, Baltimore was pretty good both times, but not as dominant at home, but way more dominant on the road. They've lost 28-7 in the last 2 games combined. I know football teams that don't lose by that much. So that's going to be it for us today. What a game. What a game. We all go down. It goes to game 6 tomorrow. Let's see what happens. Have a great day. We'll see you then. Oh, there we go. Fantasy baseball. Nah. Bigfollows.com. Nah. I don't buy followers. Why? Because I do this for the heck of it. And, okay, Unknown Cohen. If you're still listening, Unknown Cohen, I'm going to say sure. You know, sure, that's the thing. So I'll keep this on. I won't leave yet. I'll see if anybody is here. I'll give a plus. So thank you very much. You know, Unknown Cohen. You know, thank you very much on the Twitch end of it. That's pretty cool. Thank you. I hope you follow this and listen on the other end, the YouTube. You know, thank you for any listeners we've had. And then we have, you know. All right, that's going to be it for us today. Thank you very much for following. Thank you very much. I hope you have a great day. Game 6, you never know what's going to happen. We go to Game 6. You never know. We'll see you then.